I just realized that for the past few months, every time I'm coming on live to talk about empowerment movement or do another activity, the first thing I always said is, all right. So I called myself today, and so I'm using it in a sentence. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Empowerment Movement with Dr. G. I'm Genevieve, and the founder and executive director of My Goal Inc. We are in a new season. And so last month when we were on here, we shared with you some of the exciting things that we were doing. And so tonight I'm super excited to share some more. So Jenny, we're going to do this earlier than later. So I have on here with you with my very wonderful as program coordinator. So, a lot of the things, the creative things that you see behind the scene, this is the woman who makes it happen. So a shout out to Jenny. She was super duper crafty too. So you see some really awesome things being crafted. I mean, I just think that God is just in his wisdom, gave some people some more talent than the other. You know, I don't know if you've ever heard in the Bible, there's the parable of the talent. There's some that got 2, some got 5, some got 1. I think you got 5 because you have 3 kids.
True.
And doing my goal. And then she happens to do birthday parties and do all these crafty, incredible stuff. So I'm just letting it all the people out there to know that, listen, my goal does these things because we have been blessed with some amazing people. Are you blushing yet?
I am. I'm taking the spotlight off. Back to you.
Because you just never know when you're with me how these things ever go, right? Well, we have to give honor where honor is due. And so if you were here you were here with me on Sunday for our Bowling for Autism event. It was an amazing time. And a lot of the work, you know, my hat goes out to Jenny. I say that. And so, you know, I'm just blessed in this season that God has brought some wonderful people into my life, and she's one of them. So Jenny, we're going to have you do the intro video of our new logo concept. I want to welcome Kunle. Welcome to Zoom. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Awesome. So Jenny, let's go with this, the video. Oh, we don't hear sound. Can you all hear the sound? I don't think you can hear sound. So you're gonna have to redo the sound.
No.
Again. There you go.
No, we're not hearing.
My goal is this. Okay, you're gonna start it over. There you go. We are proud to say my goal is launching a new logo. It speaks to our new expanded responsibilities to many more families beyond the autism community. My goal is this: to support families facing autism and other intellectual disabilities throughout their lifespan. We love, we care, we serve, and we support. And we're about making connections. So as we make connections greater beyond the autism community, we want you to be a part of that. So join us in celebrating our new look. Do you like it? I hope so, because we're going to do more. If you knew us to make an impact, we are ready to make a greater impact because we're going to do more. We're going to serve more. We're going to connect more. We're going to provide more resources. And you can be a part of that. Isn't this great? We look forward to sharing with you more stuff that is coming up very soon. Oh, hi. So I get excited every time I get to watch this video. My kudos to Wanu, one of my mentees. I've known her since she was 14 years old. So she came out with me on site and wanted to, thank everyone that has been on this journey with us with my goal. If you've supported us over the years, like we said in that video, we're about to do more things, and we'll share more of that in this empowerment moment with Dr. G. One of my desire in life has always been to encourage others. And so at one point, Jenny, you didn't know this,
but I used to refer to myself as CEO, Chief Empowerment Officer. So if I go around calling myself a CEO, that's what it is, because I get energized by trying to reminding people they have so much gift in them, that no matter where you find yourself, what's going on in your life, there is something within you that if you just press through just a little bit, you'll make it through. So that's how the whole concept of empowerment movement with Dr. G came about, because I just believe that this opportunity to be a chief empowerment officer is part of the greater part of what God has called me to be. So this month is Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. It's April. Every year since we started in 2008, come out around to just basically share with our viewers and also with our supporters and families the importance of supporting individuals on the autism spectrum. During this month, we're able to highlight to the whole world that individuals on the autism spectrums have different abilities. They have different abilities because they have differences in the way they express themselves. Some have to use extra supports. Others have to find challenges in handling difficult situations. But the bulk of the matter is this. We're here to remind our viewers and our families that no matter what, we're here to support you. We're here to encourage you. We're here to remind you that whatever you're going through, my goal is here as a tool. We are also using this month to remind everyone that no matter what you're going through in this stage of life at the moment, there is going to come a time that you'll realize your need for people. We all need people around us. We're a community. No one is on an island. And if you ever you find yourself feeling like I want to avoid people, I don't want to be around people, that is not supposed to be, because you're supposed to be connected to someone. And that is the reason why, as an organization, our mission is to really make connections. So, as you noted in our new logo and our new slogan, it says, we're a gateway to connecting, gateway to providing resources, and gateway to restoring hope. That is what our mission is. That is what it's been, and that's what it's going to continue to be. And so, in this month, we recognize the importance of reminding each one of us that very, very crucial that you don't find yourself isolated and stay there. That the moment you start to feel like, I don't feel like talking about it, sometimes, we have our moments where you're like, okay, I really just want to retreat. But if you find yourself starting to have negative thoughts, you're starting to be down on yourself for too long, then you need to phone a friend. And sometimes it just may mean that, I'm going through something right now. I can't quite articulate it. I just need you just to be around you. That is a key piece in not staying in a place where you're not connected. So in this month, the title of what I'm talking about in our conversation here is Consider Your Situation and Apply Wisdom. So wisdom means that recognizing the importance of needing people, wanting to reach out to people, and connecting with people. I really believe in life. We're all going to go through some time where we feel like, I don't want to be around people. But there's also going to come a time where despite the way you feel, you got to find a way to press through it. And it is easy, especially if I don't know about you, but this pandemic had made it very easy to be so, like a recluse. I was teasing somebody the other day. I'm like, I'm starting to feel like an iceberg that's thawing slowly, trying to emerge out of this place where you're like, okay, what were we doing before? How did we used to do things? I see people taking off their mask, and I know that CDC came up with guidelines, but it feels weird. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I might be weird that way, but I think it feels weird. I don't know if for the folks who are watching us or the folks who are in this room, in the Zoom room, I don't know about you, but doesn't it feel a little weird?
I agree. It does feel weird. Yeah. Yeah. I know that they said something about, outdoors and big crowds. And even when I'm picking up my kids, I'm like, can I take my mask off out here? So I never have yet because I just don't know if I'm allowed to. I know.
Yeah. So it's part of that whole concept here of wanting to just adapt. And so that's part of the season of adaptation. I'm on my Zoom link, and my best friend from Maryland is texting me and say, "Hey, what time is your Zoom event?" It's now. Belinda, get on here. So I put it out there so most people can join us. But I'm talking about the importance of really considering the season that we're in and really applying knowledge and applying wisdom. So I wanted to just remind us that it is a time for encouragement, and there's a time where you receive encouragement and a time where you give encouragement. And if you're an individual realizing that our individuals on the autism spectrum need need to be encouraged, they also need to be reminded that they are loved and they are special. And then within the community, they have unique needs that will require them to receive services from certain specialists, therapists, teachers, community members. And then they also need to be able to know that, you know what, we love them and we have to be patient with them. So what am I saying? And in this season of acceptance and in this season of awareness, we need to recognize that these individuals require special who are special needs. And sometimes when I say special needs, it means that they might require extra supports. It might mean that they have special healthcare needs that requires the parents or caregivers to go and seek additional specialists to provide those services for. That's what makes it extremely complex. And personally, I've walked that journey. I can't begin to tell you how many professionals and therapists we've worked with, but with each person that I meet, I am so grateful for the opportunity to really be along and out among them. So at this time, I just want to ask folks to think for a minute. One person who has impacted your life when you needed it the most. Any thoughts on that? One person who has impacted your life, and how did that person make you feel when you were down? I'm gonna throw it out there for a minute. If folks have an answer for us, one person that has impacted in your life. Oh, maybe more than one person. I've shared it on this here many a times that for me, a lot of the families that I interact with. So we have a number of them that have joined me in the Zoom room today. I have Pat and Mylene. I got to tell you, ladies, both that you've really, really been instrumental in my life many a times. And I want to say thank you for always being there for me. I can't tell you enough how many times that we've come to those support group activities and I've seen you guys, your faces, and it's inspired me and encouraged me. I want to say thank you to all my church family, to all, and my families all over the place, work, co-workers, you name it. I am saying on this April Autism Awareness Month, I want to say thank you for your love, for loving my family, for loving my children, and for being a blessing in my life. This is why we come out here to say to the people who have impacted us, all of you have impacted me. You've changed my life for better. I want to say thank you to the Latifusin's family and Brother Kunle for joining me even on this Zoom today. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm joining from Lagos, Nigeria.
Wow.
From Lagos, Nigeria.
Wow, that's amazing. If you can imagine that somebody, I mean, look at how many hours difference it is. How many hours
Yes,
difference it is, and you're joining me from Nigeria.
Yes, 12 a.m. here.
12 a.m. Wow. So it's actually technically tomorrow. So you are in my tomorrow. You are in my tomorrow.
Yes, we're already on April 30th. Yeah,
oh wow, you're in April 30th. Oh wow.
Yes.
You're in the future. You're in the future.
He's in our future. Oh wow.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you for your incredible support.
Yes, you've always been a very good encourager to me, and I like the concept of the chief encouragement officer type. So I also be calling myself chief encouragement officer.
Oh, there you go. All right. Awesome. See, right then and then. So everybody, that was Kunle from Nigeria who joined us online. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. All right, so I'm going to totally get my girlfriend here who is not asking me for the link for this program tonight. And in the meanwhile, I will just say that we throw it out there. So Mylene, who has impacted you the most? Do you want to share that with us? Who has impacted you the most?
Okay,
You're muted,
are you
Miley.
talking to me?
You're muted.
Oh, it was me that you said it was. Did you see Mulaney?
Yeah.
Well, I was
you're muted.
actually thinking about you, Genevieve.
Oh,
Because you really opened my whole life to biomedical interventions, and you are the person who started me on that journey. And my daughter has gone so many gains from that, that small but a humongous, like huge step. So because of you, well, yeah, say hi to everyone.
Hi. What are you talking about me?
Yeah, all the vitamins and the supplements that you take.
It's been improving.
Oh yeah, lots of improvement.
Like what?
Like what? With your speech, for example? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You're,
Never really noticed.
yeah, a lot of different things.
Other like what?
Like, for example, being able to sleep at night. That was a huge thing. Yep.
wow. Marlene, what amazing testimony that you just shared. And just to see your daughter. Yeah, that is so awesome. Thank you for being so spontaneous. Everyone, this is just so organic. I didn't even plan it. It was just to kind of just say who has impacted you.
Yeah, so thank you.
Oh no.
You can see the difference. You guys who know her, can really notice the difference.
Yes. Can you put a spotlight on her for me, Jenny? Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, that's the most precious. That is so precious. Look at how far you've grown. How are you? How are you? You want to say hi? You wave at us? I think they're frozen. But it's just so to just see the small little things that we do. So what she's referring to is understanding. Oh, there you go. There you are, Marlene. Okay.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm walking.
All right. Do you want to just introduce your daughter to everyone?
Yeah, so this is Beatrice. She is 12 years old. She, goes, does regular therapy, biomedical, out of district schools, lots of different things that we've done. And now, at one point she didn't speak at all.
Wow.
And now it's, she's in tune with everything. I gotta be careful.
Wow.
So we're very blessed, extremely blessed.
That is a blessing. So I want to encourage the family out there. If you're listening and your child is not talking, your child has the potential to talk. You just heard Marlene just share how Beatrice was not talking at one point. But, I have to applaud you as a mom. You have been amazing. Raising your daughter by yourself right now, lost her dad, and you have been incredibly strong. I'm just so proud of how hard you worked and how much commitment. I mean, my hat goes out to you, truly. And your commitment to learning and your commitment to trying and just continue that great work. And I'm just inspired by you. Folks, this is organic. This is what I'm talking about. This is why we do this empowerment moment. So I'm hoping that some family out there is listening. Listen to this woman's story.
Yeah.
Listen to Marlene and saying that Beatrice couldn't do it before, but now she's doing fantastic. And it's so good to see her too. Hey, Adoranke, good to see you. Jessica, thank you for tuning in. We're so great and so grateful to see each one of you. All right, Pat, I'm going to put you on the spot next. You didn't expect to join into the room and get in here like this. Pat, tell us who's one person? It doesn't have to be me, by the way. Not that I'm paying anybody to say any of this thing. I promise. Pat, if you are able to, would you want to share with us who has been or someone that has been inspirational to you?
I can't lie, it's you.
Wait.
I'm not Kikoko, it's you, because I remember every time I want to give up, even when I wasn't the nicest person, you still love me for me. You call me, you check on me, you inspire me, you push me, you just made me do it without giving up. So I would say you, no one else, because you understand my situation. You understand what I'm going to understand. I remember when the school didn't want to give him what he needed, You even tell me, do you need me to go with you? Do you need somebody? I said, no, I got it. So you did it. So you pushed me to do the best that I can. And I'm very grateful. Like I say, blood, it doesn't make family. And when we used to come around every other Sunday to the weekly meeting, when I see people and I hear the story, I said, I can't even complain. I can't complain. I
Oh,
can't, because they're like family to me. Like, I can't just wait for this thing to just get better. So we just come in there, meet people. Because when you hear people's story, you think you have it the worst. No. Until you hear that person like, oh my God. It's like, Patricia, you've been selfish. No, your story is not compared to every other people. Like, wow. So you and the rest of my Go family are been the best. So thank you.
wow, Pat, I love you. I appreciate you. That's another woman right there. Single mom raising her son, and she's doing a fantastic job. And I'm seeing Michael. Michael's what, 13, almost 13 now, right?
Well, it's going to be 13 December. Yes.
Oh my goodness. And I knew Michael when he was just a little boy, and I'm seeing
Yeah.
this young man growing so tall.
Yes.
And as Pat is saying, what I applaud you about is your willingness to push it through all the way. And this is really what we're talking about as empowerment moment. And I'm grateful that you're sharing how the My Go family has been a part of your family. And that's what we're saying here, is that nobody is called to be an island. It's so important that we get connected, we get connectional, and we know that there are people around us who love us. Pat and I met in our church. We go to Agape House of Worship in Roselle, New Jersey. And that church community has been amazing. And it's because of the church community that we were able to be connectional. And I always say, even people have moved on from that church and moved to other states, we've still maintained that level of connectivity, because we realize that in life, God brings you to people and allows you to meet people. They are for a purpose. And when you meet them, honor each person. No matter how we may disagree, we may not see eye to eye on everything, but we have to realize that we have been called to honor people that God has brought into your life. No matter where you find yourself, know that people around you are there for a purpose. And with that, I want to highlight somebody who just joined. She's behind the scenes, my friend Belinda. Belinda is like a sister. She's my big little sister. I say big little sister because for the longest time, if anybody wants to know all the craziness I am about, she is that person. We've been friends. It's too long. Belinda's too long. I know, right?
I'm here
It's been how many years now?
since 1987.
87. Oh my God. We're showing our age, man. 1987.
I wasn't even born yet.
Oh my gosh.
No, she did not. No, she did not. After I just gave her a whole compliment.
I had to. It does go to show you don't age. You don't.
Oh my
Does
God. Oh, so Belinda, thank you so much for being on there. Belinda has been like my sister, my rock. You just know how the journey has been, and it just tells you relationships that are valued. You value them. So I just want to let the whole world know who you are to me and the girls and Nicholas and Robert. We love you. We appreciate your continual prayers, above all the prayers, above all the support. That
absolutely.
I always share. But one of the things about Belinda is that she is a living testimony of someone who went through life and back. And at one point we thought we're going to lose her. She's a recipient of a liver transplant, and she got a transplant on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is what, 6 years now?
8.
Oh my God. So
Yep.
8 years now. So
8 years.
So my point here is that in life, you never know what you're going to go through. We all go through one challenge or the other. For some of us, it may be a diagnosis of one thing or the other, but there is a belief that you have supporters, you have people praying for you, encouraging you, you'll make it through. And
absolutely.
Here is a testimony of how
Yes.
The
Yes.
moment of being in ICUs, we can remember those many times, or
Mhm.
hospitalizations, you
Mhm.
name it. But here it is, an overcomer. So
Yes. Yes.
overcoming is possible. Dealing
Absolutely.
with situation is
Absolutely.
possible. So
And
let's
God does not give us more than we can handle, you know?
absolutely,
And
absolutely,
when you think that you have so much on you, someone else has so much more.
absolutely,
And just keep pushing. Just keep pushing.
absolutely.
You'll get there. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Facebook family, YouTube family, social media world, this is one woman that has impacted my life for a lifetime. I used to basically just go and live in her house. Let's just put it that way. Like I made like if you knew us from Chicago, if my dad is watching tonight, people just like we were appendages. It's like we're Belinda and Jenny.
Yeah.
Belinda and V. So if you ever know that like the people who have been instrumental, this right here is my boo who has impacted my life for life. And so I just thank God. I salute you. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank
I
God.
love you more.
Thank
I love
you
you
for
more.
coming into this room today with me. Wow, what a
Yes.
what a
Yeah.
what a blessing. What a blessing. All right. So talking some more about the impact. So the piece I was going to share today was a story that I was reading earlier today. And actually, I read it a couple of days ago. And today, when I was thinking about what am I going to share on Empowerment Women tonight, it is really a story that is in a book of, in the Bible, in the book of Acts, and it's in chapter 3. And I'm just going to briefly talk about it because I think it just makes the point that we just had this organic conversations with the folks that joined me in the Zoom room. And it's in that book, in chapter 3 of the book of Acts. I was reading this and this touched me. So that's why I'm sharing that. If you want to know the things that inspire me and encourages me is my faith and my walk with my Lord Jesus Christ. And that's why I want people to know what is behind this whole empowerment piece. Well, it's a story about two men. One was called Peter and one was called John. They were going to the temple to pray. They were Jewish men. And this was about 3:00 in the afternoon. And while they were going, there was a man that was lame that was sitting at the gate, and the gate was called Beautiful. So every day he was placed there to beg, and people passed him going there, and I guess they would throw him some coins or whatever. So one day, these two men, Peter and John, were about to enter into this gate to go into the temple to pray. And the man that was sitting at the gate, lame, asked for money. And you know what Peter did? Instead of giving him money, he said, you know what? He said, look at me. He said, and he actually said, look at us. And the man looked up, expecting to get some money out of them. And they said to him, money we don't have, but what we have to give you is this, that in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. So the man looked at him, and they took him by the right hand and helped him. And instantly his ankle and feet became strong, and he jumped to his feet and began to walk. Then he went about in the temple court, walking up and down, jumping and praising God. And when all the people saw him jumping up and down, they said, wow. They couldn't believe that this was the man that this happened to. So there's a couple of key takeaway points that I wanted to raise in this story. And the first takeaway point is this, that understand that the man in that story was someone who people had been carrying. Many a times we're going to have people in our life who have to carry us out to the place that we need the most support and the most help. And we have to realize that we need people to help us to get to that place. That man had a challenge. A lot of our families have challenges, and they need someone to help them to get to the place where they can get support. The two men came by, they didn't ignore this man. They realized that, you know what, we need to do something about it. So we're appealing to members of our communities, friends, family. If you see people who have a need, please make sure you offer something. You offer help. How can I watch your daughter for an hour while you go for a walk? Can I go with you to the store so that maybe you can be able to get the items that you need? Whatever it is, do not ignore the person. And thirdly, what I was saying, that the man who was sitting there lame expected money, but he got something better. He got a miracle. He was willing to listen to what the two men had to say to him. So I want to encourage all of us. Let's take an extra time as families, as friends, to learn, consider our situations, and be willing to receive the help that's offered to you. I hope this story kind of inspires something in you, that really it is important to realize that A, we have a need, and to be willing to accept the need. And then number two, for those of you who are that have the extra resource, be willing to offer it. This is part of the whole concept of empowerment movement, that we want to get to a place of empowering others, encouraging others. And so in this month of Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month, let's be encouragers. Let's be empowerment agents. Let's encourage others who are on this journey. And if everything that I'm sharing with you inspires you, encourages you, do send me an email, text us, email us at info@mygoalautism.org. And now the best part of what we're getting ready to do tonight, I have a video. I showed it on Sunday when we're doing our autism, Bowling for Autism event. And I want to show it again tonight. So Jenny, we're going to do the second video. I think I want my families out there and people who may have not seen it to see our video tonight. Let's show that.
My name is Dr. Genevieve Kumafle, and I'm the founder of My Goal, an organization that exists to support families facing autism and other intellectual disabilities throughout their lifespan. Since 2008, we've come into the homes of families to provide education, resources, connections, to ensure that that individual that has a diagnosis goes beyond just the diagnosis, but accesses resources that is pertinent to help them grow and become the best of who they've been created to become. Along the journey, we've met so many individuals, families, supporters, donors, who have ensured that what we have committed to do will continue to grow and expand. And we're here to tell you about the great things that's happening with this organization. We've now moved to the next level of helping these individuals as they walk through the journey to continue to access resources. We started a number of initiatives throughout the world. Haven International, our mission that is in Ghana, West Africa. This organization, which is a part of My Goal, provides services and through our programming and education. We have a center that provides education, instruction, and greater connection for these individuals affected by autism and other intellectual disabilities. We started that initiative in 2011, and it has continued to grow. We branched out into Liberia and looking to branch out to other countries. Beyond just the Haven International, we also started Next Hope, an initiative that will provide an opportunity for individuals like my son Nicholas to be able to live out fully their lives, providing support and services for individuals that have difficulties in their own life. Through this initiative, we've seen how Nicholas has blossomed and doing the things that God created him to be. But it's not just about him, it's about all the different individuals who have an opportunity to do something valuable in their community. Our organization has now gone on to the next step of our journey of expansion. We recently became a Medicaid provider for the adult services line, and we're now providing support coordination services. And all this is possible because we recognize that there is more to be done. Because we're about creating a global community where individuals that have a diagnosis, beyond just a diagnosis, can be connected, can experience life to the fullest. And as an organization, we exist to make that possible. We are grateful to all our donors and supporters who have made it happen. But we need to do more. And we're inviting you to be a part of what is happening with us now. So we are in this new era where we're saying more needs to be done, and we need you to be partners with us. I want to thank you for always being a part of My Goal. But as My Goal continues to mature and grow, we need you to continue to work with us. So we're inviting you to be a donor. We're inviting you to be a volunteer. We're inviting you to be a partner with us because you are what makes this organization continues to grow. Thank you for being a part of our lives.
Oh, so you see our new logo and our new info, and we're very excited about our new initiative, our My Goal My Goal Support Adult Services programming. Essentially, we believe that since we are seeing our children grow and mature, we want to be able to continue to be a source of support to them and their families. And therefore, we wanted to leverage the opportunity to be able to provide adult services. And we started off with support coordination services in the state of New Jersey. And so we're able to come alongside our families as a designated DDD, adult services provider, to provide that service. You have an opportunity to select My Goal as your preferred agency if you live in Bergen County, if you live in Essex County, if you live in Mercer, if you live in Morris, and I am forgetting one. I think I said Bergen, I said Essex, I said Mercer, I said Morris, and I am missing one, and I will come to me as we talk. You remember which one? Union, yes.
Union.
Union. All right, so there's many counties in New Jersey. We started with those. At some point, we're going to expand more. So this is adult services for individuals 21 and older. And we're privileged that we've been able to start that. Actually, we started it very low key. I didn't want to make a big announcement until I felt like we're at the place where we can really provide the complement of service at the highest level. And so right now, for individuals turning 21 in the month of April, you have an opportunity to select your preferred agency. Choose us. If you're in those counties that I mentioned, choose My Goal. We've done it. We've been supporting families since 2008. We know how to do it. I get it. Nicholas is walking that journey. And so I have an amazing support coordinators who do that work with us and make sure that you connect to the services and supports that you need. So please help us to spread the word that My Goal is able to provide this service on the adult side. We are also able to, because we're supporting not just individuals with autism, but other intellectual disabilities, we are able to now make our URL, our website name is no longer just going to be mygoalautism.org. It's actually going to be mygoalinc.org, so that it's clear to every community or individuals with intellectual disabilities. You don't have to have autism alone for us to be able to come alongside of you and provide that support, especially in the adult side. So Jenny, if you can just help me show our new updated website. And it's mygoalinc.org. You can still go to the mygoalautism.org, but if you type in mygoalinc.org, you should find us here. And for some of you may recognize this picture. We've used it quite a bit. And basically, this is our new look. That's why I did that whole video. I'm like, how do you like this look, right? It's just all part of the fun part of it. Our ongoing activities are there. We're going to get creative on some of the things that we do. But essentially, this is just to enable us to just show you that we're evolving. Life happens, things happen, we have to evolve around it. So you can help us to bring hope to families affected by autism and other intellectual disabilities. That is pretty much where we are and what we're doing. It's really, really neat. Check it out. Let us know what you think. If there are things that we can do better, we want to do better. So as you've seen, our mission has expanded to say we are supporting individuals throughout their lifespan, not only to a certain age, but more. We are also continuing to provide our grant program. We're going to continue to do these empowerment programs. We're going to do a lot, and there's more to come. What I will invite you is just encourage your families to reach out. If you have someone that's newly diagnosed and you're struggling, we are here for you. We're here for those families. These are all pieces, and you see the pictures of Haven International, Nick's Hope, all the stuff that My Goal has evolved to. I mean, I think back to how we started and what we've done and what we continue to do. I'm just amazed that God has given us that opportunity to do so much. And so we want to come alongside of you. So I'm going to try to round up here by saying thank you to all of you who have been watching us today. It's truly been a really great time listening to all of you, because part of really understanding our role, our work in life is knowing that we're created for a purpose. We are created for a purpose. I want to say, Trisha, thank you for watching us. Really appreciate it, Lynette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please share with folks that my goal is here to support them, because that's what we're all about. And I want to thank each one of you for your continued support, your continued partnership, and above all, your continued prayers. I want to say that because truly many of us find ourselves in places where if it wasn't for the fact of family and friends and people in the community who are praying for us, who are encouraging us, we will not be able to stand. So, on that note, I want to say thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us. Jenny, I'll never forget the 1987 joke. That was a good one. No, that was good. That was good. That was good. It was really great to have you. Thank you, Tony, for joining us from Nigeria. Thank you so much, Melinda, for popping in. That was an awesome surprise. That was great. And I want to say thank you to all our friends and family. We love you. We appreciate you. And join us next month. We're going to be celebrating our special moms in May. We have some activities for you. We have My Goal Social Hour. We have so much. The My Goal Social Hour is May 13th. So join us on May 13th. We're doing our special Mother's Day celebration on Saturday, May 15th. And then our next empowerment moment is May 27th. So we are so grateful that you join us, and we invite you to join us. And for those of you who ever want to pop in the room, it's fun because you get to speak and we get to see you live. And we want to say thank you, Linda. Thank you for appreciating what we do. It truly is a blessing for knowing you and your family. I am, like I said, I just look at my life and I'm like, what a blessing it is to meet so many people who I never would have met if it wasn't for the fact that I'm on this journey. So from my heart to your heart to yours, I want to appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all of you. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you. Be well.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.